Hi everybody, I'm Chris from Ecofage Fabrication. Today we're going to talk about pellets and how to buy pellets for your pellet stove. Whether you have an automatic auger-fed pellet stove or a DIY off-grid gravity-fed pellet stove like I do, there's a couple important things you're going to need to know when purchasing pellets. It really comes down to two fundamentals, the same as when purchasing cordwood. Wood comes in two different styles, hardwood and softwood. The difference between the two is actually the cell structure. As a plant grows, it either grows fast or slow. These fast-growing woods like pine and balsam grow fast but suffer from a large cell structure, making them weaker and lighter physically and visually. Hardwoods end up darker because of their closed, smaller cell structure. This makes the wood inherently heavier and darker visually. The way this affects your burn in your pellet stove is the same way it would affect a wood stove. Hardwoods take a longer time to be broken down by combustion, where lightwoods burn fairly fast and hot. That's why most kindling is a softwood like pine, but most people will use a hardwood like oak to keep a fire going overnight. I usually stick to a blend or a hardwood, and the difference usually ends up being the burn time. These softwood pellets will burn hotter, but burn away much quicker. These hardwood pellets might not burn as hot, but have a better chance of lasting longer. The last difference can be a brand-to-brand difference, so it's important to look for when purchasing pellets. And this is length of pellet. Length of pellet can be really important in both gravity-fed pellet stoves and auger-fed pellet stoves. Gravity-fed pellet stoves will actually end up getting jammed because these long pellets can end up bunching up sideways in the feed tubes. Even worse, with auger-operated pellet stoves, these long pellets will actually jam up in the auger. Auger jamming can lead to costly repairs. Due to this, I make sure to check for the length of pellet when purchasing pellets. A lot of the times, if you look down around the base of the pallets the pellets are stacked on, you can find an open bag or two that actually exposes some of the pellets, and you can inspect them for an average length. Some pellet brands even have clear bags so you can see the length of the pellets in the bags. You don't really want anything much more than an inch and a quarter. Sometimes I've seen these up over an inch and a half, and that's basically a guaranteed jam. A jammed up auger will actually burn out an auger feed motor, and those auger feed motors can be $500. So we don't want those expensive repairs, so it's really important to keep those pellets short. So as you can see, there's no one brand or one store to get your pellets that I can recommend. I spent more than a year purchasing pellets, saving them from all different brands, and I was going to lay them out and compare them when very quickly I realized there was just these two fundamental differences, and that I can't really recommend one for any one person because it really depends on your stove. If you have a gravity-fed stove, or one of these Wise Ways gravity-fed stoves, sometimes some stoves may need to run a little hotter. And in that case, you want to choose those soft pine pellets. Some stoves need to run long overnight at a lower temperature, like mine does, so I buy hardwood pellets. And make sure no long pellets. I also recommend you buy your pellets locally. These pellets are made everywhere, so there's no sense in wasting the money and energy shipping these pellets all around. It's also a good way of supporting your local economy. So here's a good dark one, really short pellet length, which is great, and best of all, it's made locally. So this is exactly what you're looking for. Well, if this helped any of you guys, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you check out my videos below, like how I made my DIY gravity-fed pellet stove, and some of my other cool projects, and I'll catch you next time.